Welcome back to Grand Tactician, the Civil War. This is the new Union campaign I'm playing. This is episode 2. So I've done a little bit of recruiting off screen. I'll get into what I've done in just a moment. If you're new here, please subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, and I'll have a chat with you in the comments. I'll be getting started right away here, so if you missed the previous episode, you'll be able to check in the comments where I'll pin a link to the playlist so far. There'll also be a link in the comments, and of course, you can find it by just going to my channel. So, let's get going then. What have I done? So, the West Virginia Militia, I've changed that to the West Virginia Department and given them a couple of brigades. So I've queued up a couple. I don't want to do too many because they're just on 12-month contracts, and ideally I want them on 24-month contracts, so I've just done a little bit of recruiting. McDowell, who's just won himself a battle in the previous episode, I've queued up 3 brigades for them. 2 infantry brigades and an artillery battery. They'll strengthen up Runyon's division and Hunter's division. And remember, we only have a few days left on some of these units, lots of these units, so 22 days. These are the short-term volunteers that Lincoln called for at the beginning of the war. So once those contracts expire, obviously some of the men will re-enlist, some will go home, and we'll see what we're left with at the end of that and maybe amalgamate a couple of the units and bring them together. So that's that one. I've also formed this force here, which I've called the Reserve Corps. It's under Banks. And their job's going to be basically hang out around Washington. They're going to build depots and they're going to build forts and the like, and they'll also guard against any potential flanking maneuvers from the Confederates or anything like that. So we're going to have them there ready to protect the capital. It may be that I bring them down into the fight at some point, but it's just a small force for now. We've got 2 infantry brigades and an artillery battery. I have formed the Army of the Ohio. Again, these are all just core size units because we haven't unlocked Military 2 yet. So this is under John E. Wool for now. 8,240 men queued up there at Marietta, Ohio. And from there, we're going to push them down into Kentucky eventually. At the beginning of the last episode, we formed the Army of the Mississippi under Fremont, which is also just, it's kind of forming at Cairo, Illinois. We've got the Army of the West under Nathaniel Lyon sitting here with, it's going to have about 7,300 men once the recruits get into there. We will need to buff them up slightly further, so I might go ahead and do that now. We're going to add an extra division. So we're going to recruit a cavalry brigade under Rufus King. Let's have a look at him. Yeah, he's not really a cavalry kind of guy. So I'm having a look through the commanders here, and I'm not seeing much in the way of cavalry commanders. I mean, that's if they have some experience. So this guy, for example, has artillery experience. Infantry experience for this dude. Artillery again. Obviously, you don't have to have the right guys for the right unit, but it can be beneficial. But this guy, well, he's a political officer. Where's he from? Illinois. Not seeing any cavalry guys. I know you can use the filters. I just wanted to have a look through actually and have a look at the commanders in general. As I mentioned in the last episode, I'm not too familiar with the Union. I don't often play as them. I prefer the Confederate Army. So it is handy to have a look at your commanders. So there's no wonder I couldn't find there's not that many. Oh, there's actually George Armstrong Custer. Lieutenant George Armstrong Custer. Let's get him in there. Custer can have himself a brigade. There's going to be a small cavalry division. I mean, it's not really a division, but size-wise, you would never call that a division, 1,300 men. But anyway, we're going to queue them up and let them come into there. Are we building a depot? No, we're not. I want to build a supply depot here for Lyons' force. So that should give us a nice little area of operation from Springfield. Is it Springfield? Yes, it is Springfield. We do know he has the Western Army and the Missouri State Guard down here, so he does outnumber us in this area for now, but, you know, I'm sure it'll be okay. Let's have a look at our guys here. Some of these dudes are really low, so 12 days left, so again, we're going to have to, yeah, they're all really short-term troops. McCall's brigade going to be 14 more days. Okay, we're present play. Let's see where we'll go. Union Army's on the move, so we've pushed into Virginia. Credit rate not looking amazing. BBB plus. Something to keep an eye on at the start of the Union campaigns, the credit rating. So we've taken Manassas. I think the Confederates burned down their depot there just before they left, so let's build a new one. If we can. Yes. Patterson is on the move with the Department of Pennsylvania. Now, I've got him going down to here, I think, because I kind of thought that they were going to form up together and possibly push on us, but I'm not sure. We'll just move him down kind of to there. Major Union victory. That's just because it was the first victory there. I think it was actually a minor victory. So the Army of the Potomac, I thought would pull back south, but actually it's kind of pulling over back into the Shenandoah now. That means they might run into Patterson's men. The Battle of Port Royal has ended with the Savannah Squadron retreating. Okay, so that's one of our blockading forts. Flotillas. Not sure, I don't think it is. They're not actually blockading it. Maybe because they're on low readiness. Let's see if that changes in a moment. Because obviously we want to blockade. Oh, and the Army of the Potomac ran straight into Patterson's Department of Pennsylvania. So I really wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting to fight a battle with Patterson's force, if I'm perfectly honest. I didn't expect them to retreat into the Shenandoah, but it is what it is. So let's see what Patterson's got to do. Straight into a battle here, July the 12th, 1861. I've still got this damn cold, so that's why my voice sounds a little bit strange. Or stranger than usual, anyway. The Confederacy fields 15,000 men under the command of Major General Beauregard. The Union fields 18,076 men under the command of Major General Patterson. So this will be the first engagement for many of Patterson's men. They can't have long left on their contracts, 10 days or so. We're fighting the Battle of Winchester. And we're on the defensive here. The objective is over here, just to the southwest. No, not the southwest at all. The southeast of the town. The Confederates are coming in from this region here to the west of the map. So I think we will take a position just kind of along here, along the Willwood Pike. Have a closer look at the ground. Actually, no, we won't. We'll take a position here on this high ground. Well, it's not really high ground, actually. Slight hill. But we will protect the objective because the computer will likely just go for the objective. That's what they mostly do. It sucks a little bit, I suppose, but I mean, what else are you going to do? How are you going to program it? I've no idea how to do this. So let's have a look what we've got here. The 1st Division under Cadwalader. An odd-looking dude, but yeah, we're going to pop them into single line. Let's see. Trees in the way. Doesn't seem to... it's impeding our artillery somewhat. The artillery line of sight in this game is not good, I don't think. Because... I mean, it doesn't matter that they can't see the troops in there. They should still be able to fire into the woods, for example, if I told them to. Maybe they can. I don't think so, though. So this, let's look at this. Let's look at this. Let's take a minute out of the battles and have a look at this. You could just about see there's the faint yellow outline where we can see and fire to, right? So Doubleday's battery is here. They can't fire along here. Why not? Why not? We're up on this hill. There's a tree and a bush. Why can we not fire through this? Oh, the guns would just blast that out of the way with one shot. anyone deploying here shouldn't be safe from gunfire. But look, you can see the line goes along this way. It's ridiculous. Even if we put them here, look. So you've got your arc of fire, and then it's impeded by these trees. Yet we can put it here, right in front of this tree, and it doesn't matter. Yeah, I don't know. I don't get that. But that's just one of the mechanics you have to deal with when you're playing this game. I mean, it doesn't take away from the game. It's still a game I enjoy playing, but it's just, I find it baffling. So I wanted to do some slightly more precision placing here, and I wanted the guns kind of protected on the flanks by infantry. That's why I moved them separately. Kimes Division. They have no guns. We only have one set of guns, actually, and that's Doubleday's guns. So that is likely something we're going to have to remedy with this force here. So this is how we're going to line up like this. We do have 10 engineering points, so I might put down some parapets or breastworks anyway. We're facing up this way. I'm expecting the Union. I keep saying the Union because I'm used to playing as the Confederates. I'm expecting the Confederates to come straight down this way from their entry point here. They should come straight down here and possibly come and take us on the flank. Actually, maybe this is a poor position. Yeah, I think that's probably a bit better. So we're protecting the flank a little here. Sanford's division. I'm actually going to pop them into the woods like that. I will detach Wincoup's brigade, and they're going to act as a reserve right here. Okay. Let's see now. So they're going to come in from here. I'm presuming they're going to come down this road. Probably going to smash us into us here. We'll see. We'll see which way they come. I mean, they might come down Millwood Pike, or they might come straight across the woods here. And if they do, we will redeploy Kime and move him here. In the meantime, we'd have Wincoup to patch the gap, if need be. But let's build some... I'm actually going to build parapets. So let's do that for these two. Give some decent protection. However, if you upgrade these parapets, chances are they won't work properly. So you're best off not upgrading them. Oh, I could have it wrong, of course. Breastworks. I'm going to pop some breastworks here. Nope, that wasn't very good. Not very good at all. But we can't undo it. Okay. Okay. It's not really going as I planned. Right, that'll do. All right, then. So we're also going to prepare some breast... no. I was going to say we're going to prepare some breastworks for Wincoup, but I don't know. Yeah, let's do it. All right. So if we need them, we can occupy those. Right, let's get started. 16:15 p.m. What has Beauregard got for us at Winchester? Let's find out. It wasn't a terrible performance from Beauregard in the last battle. He was outnumbered. So we're not getting the first combat notification for these guys. So I'm presuming this army must have been in combat before summer 1861. Cool. No sign of Beauregard's force so far. We're down for a minor victory because their morale's pretty bad at 33.4, obviously because they've just suffered that defeat at Manassas. Let's go ahead and give long-range firing orders to our infantry. Almost 6 p.m. Of course, it's summer, so nightfall will be later than you might expect. So the battle can continue for a while. George Thomas, I always feel like he's a very underrated commander. Lawton withdrawn, Frost withdrawn. This happened in the last battle, so 2 divisions withdrawn. It was different divisions in the last one. Oh, Jackson withdrawn. I think they're just pulling out. What a waste of time. Although last time, there's Longstreet, so again, a couple of their divisions have pulled out, and Longstreet's coming. I don't get it. It's beyond me how this game works sometimes. Like, it's just bizarre. Why would he pull out with part of his force when he's outnumbered anyway and then push his men in? I don't know. I just don't get it. I had hope increasing the difficulty on this playthrough would make it a lot better, but if I'm perfectly honest, it seems worse. Let's hope things improve on the AI front. Holmes pulling out onto the left, so there's another brigade coming. So he has got 4 brigades in the field here. But why is some of his brigades pulled out? I just don't know. So we're moving Kimes division across to take up position here on the flank, since their 8th brigade is formed up there. Ewell coming up. We have got troops actually on the right as well, so this looks like his whole force. Maybe those divisions that withdrew don't have troops in them yet. Perhaps he's still recruiting them and there was only the commander. That's a possibility, of course. Slow things down a bit. They're going to actually hit us on the flank, I think. Okay. We do have these guys over here, so let's get them out into the action. Getting late now, it's 20 past 8. I pulled George Thomas out of his defensive position to give fire into their 5th Brigade. That's the 5th Brigade under Kemper. So he's formed his men up here in a battle line, but hasn't pressed the attack, which I can't say I blame him since we are entrenched here. Kemper's broken. Their morale's very low. Badly timed attack. I mean, if you attack at the same time, then possibly this could have been a problem for us, but as it stands, really, his brigades are just going to be wiped out. I speak too soon. She's walking straight in our men. I mean, yeah. I mean, that was inevitable. End of the day. Okay. Deployment. What's he going to do? So we're going to take Sandford's division and we'll just we'll extend our line this way. Double D can stay here. They can still fire over those lines. And let's make some breastworks for these guys. So we've got 4.3 engineering points. Stone's Brigade and Butterfield's Brigade. They should take up position in there. Thomas can stay here as a reserve. Alright. And end deployment. So he didn't really do much. He kind of lined these guys up. I think his broken units have reformed. Maybe. I'm not sure. We'll find out. Okay, what are you doing? Get into the breastworks. Oh. Unbelievable. I mean, this is unreal. Spinning around and around. Terrible. Not facing the enemy, so we're absolutely laughable. This is the AI on very hard. Anyway, at least he's attacking. Oh, maybe I spoke too soon here. Because he has sent Wincoup's brigade packing. Slow it down. They are away. Absolutely scattered, broken. 500 casualties. See if we can reform them. Guns not firing. Yeah. I mean, I would expect nothing less from this game. Let's bring Thomas over this way. I think he's pulling out. Wincoup reformed? No, routed still. Fairly even casualties. I mean, he lost 1,000 more, but still. At least he had a go this time. I think his divisions withdrawn must be because they're empty divisions. They're kind of just got a commander and they're waiting for the new units to arrive. That's the only thing I can think of, because I mean this looks like his whole force. He had around 15,000 men. I think that was probably about right. So he had kind of 6 or 7 brigades in the field. I'm fairly sure he's pulling out. I mean, let's send them on their way. Actually, let's push forward. Let's speed things up a little bit. See if we can't get these guys routed. So this is actually the Battle of Front Royal Bridge. We have broken them there. We still haven't had the official the enemy's pulling out notification. Enemy's retreating, yeah. You think? So we actually charged in there, but I was kind of hoping to capture that brigade, but it hasn't happened. Okay, that's it. Sure, with double days going, just out for a stroll here. So that's it for that battle. It was a poor performance from the AI. Strange that we've ended up fighting Beauregard's army again here, just so shortly after defeating him at Manassas. But that's the way of it. He retreated up into the Shenandoah and bumped into Patterson's force. Patterson is victorious here. Went all right. Let's see. Wynkoop, has he actually reformed? Yeah, Wynkoop's actually reformed. Nice. Hopefully he won't be defamed. So they lost about 3,000 men. We lost 1,800. Felt a major federal victory, this is down as. It felt a little like a little pointless in terms of battles. It's strange. And yeah, I think his divisions marked down as retreated, it's got to have been just empty divisions, because I'm sure that was his full force. 6 or 7 brigades, that's 15,000 infantry. That sounds about right. So that's that for this battle. July the 13th, 1861. 2 large battles already in Virginia. One here just now in the Shenandoah Valley next to Winchester, and the previous one at Manassas. So quite high casualties for the Union, and reasonably high for us actually as well. The Confederacy, I mean. Quite high casualties for the Confederacy already. Armies of the Potomac fleeing in panic again. I wonder what would have happened if this is how it had gone in real. If there had been 2 defeats like this straight off the bat. If the Union had picked up 2 nice victories like this straight away. Could have possibly been all over, I guess. We captured 1,900 rifles on the battlefield. Nice. We're in the process of capturing Winchester. Patterson did okay, actually. Not that he had much say in it, but that's fine. Cadwallader. Again, these guys have got like questionably low abilities. But, you know, it's okay. It's still early in the war. I'm sure as time goes by, we'll have some more competent commanders, but we've got 20 days left on some of these contracts, so not much time on them. Okay, so we're capturing Winchester. Once we've done that, we'll build a depot or 2. Once Banks gets some troops in here, we'll actually start constructing. Let's see, we'll actually start constructing a couple of forts to guard Washington. In fact, Fort Washington, we can put some troops into that. If I can find it, there we are. Let's give it a half-decent commander. Not someone amazing, but somebody good enough to hold a fort for us. Milroy? Maybe. Steinway. He'll do. Von Steinway. Now let's find some troops to pop in there. 1,500 infantry from Maryland. And some guns from Maryland also. He's a decent commander. We're going to replace him. I don't want any of the real good commanders in there. I mean, not that he's amazing or anything, but I'd rather have somebody with lower ratings in the fort. Yeah, William Morris, he'll do. So I'll take our garrison up a little bit. Stop them cutting across, hopefully. And we're almost done with this episode, actually. Let's have a quick look at where we're at here. Policies. We're working on Militia Act 3. 29 days away, so still some time off. The West Virginia Department still forming with more men. Army of Occupation has pushed down and should be taking Beverly. I think it's Beverly. Yeah, Beverly. Oh, we've already taken it. So once they're there, we'll build a depot here, and that should give us some nice, a nice place to invade from. Army of the Ohio, which still needs more reinforcements, but it's gathering here at Marietta, Ohio. Let's see how we're getting on with the force at Cairo. Still building up, so it's still going to be a while. Mississippi River Squadron is still kind of waiting on a couple more of the ships to arrive. Troops still to arrive into Lions Fort before we can move forward. building a depot there. So I think that's about it for now. Let's just have a look. There's some way to get your front line markings up on here. I can't remember how you do it, so you can get a nice overview of where everything is, but I'm not seeing it. Oh, there. So that's pretty decent there. I like that view. This is the view of the front line. So it stretches kind of from Arkansas, from the Arkansas border, southwest Missouri, right across Tennessee, Kentucky, into Virginia. So it's fairly even here. The aim's going to be to push into Kentucky, push into Tennessee, and push into Arkansas. Once we're in Arkansas, and I mean this is obviously potentially, we'll push into Mississippi, and from Tennessee we'll push into Georgia. That's the plan. The east we'll hold. We'll pump troops in here and we'll hold. And we'll avoid confrontation where we can. That's not to say we won't seek it at all, but where possible we will remain on the defensive in the east. Like I say, that is actually the plan, but plans often go out of the window in these kind of scenarios. Now, for some reason, the map's not letting me zoom in, so it's a good job that I'm about to end the episode. I hope you did enjoy the episode. Let's have a quick look at the overall overview here. National support, we're only on 86. Army morale, national morale, 92 and 91 for the Confederates. 80 and 81 for the Army of Morale. Loyal states, we have 27, he only has 13. Men fielded, 43,000, now 68,000. Navy tonnage, we've got miles on him. Military experience, the same. Battles won, 6 and 3. Total casualties, we've about 4,000. He's got about 6,500. European relations are on 40. Trade warfare, even-ish. We're ahead in the weapons industry, and we have the slight advantage, it says. So, let's leave it at that for now. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Oh, it's fixed. I had that the button clicked and that's what the problem was. So yeah, if you enjoyed the episode, leave a comment, leave a like, and come back for more by subscribing. Have a great day now, whatever you're doing. I'll catch you later. Ta-ra for a bit.